Now I have a question.
Okay, what is it?
Do you want to hear the siren?
Sure.
Today we're going to go right down the road to Gene's house. He's an Aggie, a Texas A&M Aggie. Y'all come along with me. Hey, I'm here to see the homemade sawmill.
Let's go. Come on.
Oh, I got that.
It's a 1950 Ford F7 frame body truck, but it was the fourth fire truck that Texas A&M bought for the Fireman's Training School, because they're an agricultural and an engineering extension service. So they had a department that took fire trucks out to volunteer fire departments in the state of Texas and trained them on how to use them and everything else when the small fire departments didn't have enough people for training and what should be going on.
That son of a gun's in great shape, you know?
Yeah, when I was there in 71 through 74, I was on the volunteer fire department for the university, and they bought two of these at the same time, and they had that one of them in the volunteer fire department, and we used to run it out of the College Station, and they always said that they had a new one. They had another one, but nobody ever knew where it was hiding. They hid it from us, from the volunteers, so we wouldn't mess it up. Worked for a guy here.
And Gene, what is your degree in?
Mechanical engineering.
Mechanical, okay.
There's my drying shed. I've got my drying pad set up out there.
Of course, it's sit in there a lot.
Did you get the plans?
I'm off the internet for like $35, and they were exceptionally good because everything I did was just. So I'm gonna lift it up and then pull it back. Yeah, Jack said the first thing, we built the frame over Jack's garage, Jack's shop.
Yeah.
And because it had to be perfectly level. And Jack said, well, the first thing you're gonna do is put a drive on it, you know, like you did on your sawmill, because you're gonna get tired of pushing it back and forth. What?
The blade looks rusted.
Yeah, that's because it rained on it yesterday. Watch your head. Okay, there's where the last cut was. So here's my measuring stick.
I just don't understand how you built this.
Yeah.
Just take the little pieces and weld them together. Now we go 1.5 inches.
You go off this right here?
Yeah. So that's.
You just don't take them and put them together. You can't just make it magical and make it good.
So what's the width on this bandsaw, Trent?
I have absolutely no idea.
It's about 30 inches.
That's wide. That's a nice cut right there.
Yeah.
And this is your coolant.
Yep.
Okay.
The original saw plans didn't have the coolant bucket on it, but every saw that I saw that I went to on the internet, they all had the coolant.
Yep. I like the way that you got the guides and everything. It looks beefy, you know, like it's not Harbor Freight by any means.
In fact, there was a Harbor Freight saw on the internet that people had bought, and they took it back because it was too flimsy.
Yeah, and you got some reduction there.
Yeah, on the hoist, because this thing, the table weighs so much, it just it'd wear you out cranking it up and down.
Yeah.
But all of the adjustment screws. Now I added this shaft across here with the chains on it because that just keeps both sides level. As one side goes up, it keeps the other side level with it.
A deterministic system.
Deterministic.
Yeah.
Sounds like a UT word.
Yep, I love it.
Now the original one, his original drive, original design had a worm screw down both sides. And with an Acme thread shaft, Acme thread is a square shaft. I mean a square thread.
Yeah.
And it was electric. He put electric motor on it. And I didn't, after working on this for a long time to get it where it is now, I didn't want to spend another 2 months trying to figure out how to get the...
So what's the bed length here?
It's 3 foot per section, so that's 3, 6, 9, 10, 12, 15 feet.
So you can cut 14 pretty easy.
Yeah.
And you got nice jacks on here to get it level. Man, you did a great job. This beam right here, is this an 8-inch?
6.
6?
Yeah, 6 by 4. 3/8 of an inch thick. That's a little thicker than what he said to do, but
yeah, but
Jack
man,
and I wanted.
Yeah, it's rigid, right?
Yeah. This is the sweet gum tree out the back of Jack's yard.
Yeah. And Gene's talking about the grumpy machinist, Jack.
Grumpy?
He's the grumpy machinist.
Yeah, he's grumpy.
So whatever. What do you say about Gene Allen?
Do you think he's even
Whatever
awake?
you want to.
Is he awake, you think? It's almost noon.
Yeah. Well, if it's noon, he's awake by now because it's eating time. Yeah.
All right.
So he'll be here any minute.
All right. Okay, Trent, hop down.
Not always grumpy.
No, that's right. He's not grumpy while he's eating. Okay. Choke it.
See if I can get a shot of that. Let's see. Holley teapot carburetor.
Yeah, for a flathead V8. This is the largest V8 flathead engine they made, 330 cubic inches. You notice I did put an automotive battery on it. So in case I do want to put the electric drive on going back and forth, at least it'll have a big enough battery to pull it.
So you just cut is that 1.5 inches? Or
Yeah, 1 3/4.
by 11?
Oh no, I haven't roughed it out yet, but I'm going to stand all of these up again and then cut them.
Okay.
They make 2x4s out of them or 2x6s out of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this thing is going to be heavy.
So does he do a pretty good job as the off bearer?
Yes, he did. He pushed really, really well, but not too fast.
I didn't push really well. I thought I was kind of pushing slow and bad.
The one mistake I made is, see this handle that sticks out?
Yep.
When I walk by it like this, pushing it,
Okay.
I hit my knee all the time on it. So I'm going to change it over to one of those other jack stands that has a handle that folds down on top of it.
I nearly hit this one too. And that one. And the tire.
And that folds down so I can walk past it.
Yeah. Well, if that's the only mistake you made, you're not
It isn't a mistake. It's an opportunity for improvement.
There you go. And then you what?
Mistakes, only happy accidents.
What's
Yeah.
in there?
Stuff.
Toolbox.
That is a very good idea.
Crush me.
I don't believe I've seen one of these on a sawmill yet.
See, and then these are the things that hold the far side on.
Yeah, if you're rolling a log, it'll catch it. Yep.
If it's real big, it catches it there.
Yeah.
But then when you start cutting it down, you have to use the shorter ones.
Have you hit one of them yet?
No.
Everybody does.
I helped paint this thing along with my cousins.
That's right.
Oh, I need to put the
This is just a 1 by 1 quarter.
Yeah. Then he gave the dimensions for making these pulleys that where you'd run in the track. Look on the internet. The pulley that pulley is made to fit on a track, 1/4 inch wide. Got ball bearings in it and everything.
God, that's so nice.
Yeah.
The grass out here is going to be growing super well because of all the decaying sawdust.
Yep.
You know, my dollies are all worn out and you can't get them. You can't believe how complicated they made them.
Oh,
So,
really?
It costs probably $200 a piece to get a machinist to do something with them.
To take it up to Angry Jack?
Yeah. I'd be an indentured servant forever if I did that with him.
Yeah, I know the feeling. And the other thing that this guy said was he wanted to use wood on these covers because if the blade jumps off, it'll grab in the wood and it'll stop. But if it's a metal cover, it just keeps on slipping and slipping and slipping. But with a wooden cover, it just grabs.
Okay. That's a good idea.
This sawdust is oddly fluffy.
That's gummy sawdust.
Wow.
And the wheel and everything, the dimensions for the wheel and all of that other stuff are just a standard pulley. And then you take a belt that just barely fits in the grooves. You have to grease it up with Gojo and stuff to get it put in the groove, and that's what drives it. It just runs on the belt. I didn't think I didn't have that much faith in belts, flat bands like this, but everything used to be like that in the 1900s and the teens and the 20s. They all used to have flat belts, driving sawmills and everything else.
Yeah.
So
this
it's worked.
the blade guide, you just you got a bolt here.
Yeah.
All right, you just slide it in and out as you need it.
And then the rollers on the blade guide, you have to be adjustable to get them level, so the blade is level.
Yep.
So that's why the 2 bolts are on that, so you can adjust the pitch of the bearings where they're running on the blade to make sure they're level.
I bet when you first cranked it up, it was both satisfying and harrowing. Knowing that blade's going around.
It was scary more than anything else because I had to put these 2 pulleys on backwards. I had the little one over here and the big one over here. So yeah, that was a but glad to get it going, that's for sure.
You can hear the big dogs making their natural noises.
Went to work for a fire insurance company in the refining petrochemical business, the only one of 2 in the United States, and it continued for 45 years with 3 different companies doing inspections and tours of refineries, petrochemical plants, terminals, gas plants all over the United States and in the Middle East, Far East.
My name is Tim, and this is my skit book, and this is my business card where you can buy skits.
This is a surface grinder that I'm cleaning up, putting back in operation.
I think I'm deaf now.